In my book, Forest of the Sea, I set out to begin a journey and tell a story of one of the largest marine habitats on Earth. A wilderness bigger than the Amazon rainforest, a cold and challenging saltwater realm that can also be an entrancing cathedral of light and life, a vibrant center of wonder and warning in our rapidly changing seas. The world's kelp forests are as mysterious as the deepest ocean trenches, even though they cover the nearshore waters of more than a quarter of our global coastline, from the Arctic to South Australia, Norway to the tip of Latin America. Hundreds of millions of people live within a shore dive's distance of kelp forest without knowing much or anything about them. Seeing mounds of pungent fly-covered seaweed, some of it kelp, few would imagine that these forests of the sea produce $500 billion of goods and services a year. These range from edible marine wildlife, including salmon, cod, rockfish, and herring that depend on kelp, to emulsifiers used in ice cream and cosmetics, to powerful storm and coastal protection, even much of the oxygen we breathe. It turns out that kelp forests are one of the essential sources and crucibles of life on our blue marble planet. And yet, after years of diving in wild kelp and seeing its decline, even as seaweed farming has become a growing part of our global food security, I couldn't find any media coverage on the links between kelp climate and the future of our ocean. That's why I decided to write my book, Forest of the Sea, the remarkable life and imperiled future of kelp, that's taken me on a wild adventure from a lobster boat in Maine to an underwater shark frenzy in Micronesia, from being alongside divers smashing sea urchins in the cold, murky waters of Northern California, to visiting a sleek aluminum biorefinery turning algae into jet fuel on Turkey's Black Sea coast. So join me on a literary nonfiction adventure as we dive into the Forest of the Sea.